Three House Republicans wrote a letter to a federal watchdog agency on Tuesday, asking for a probe into reports about hundreds of migrants who have been flagged on the U.S. terror watch list, subsequently entering the U.S. The members from the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence and the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee asked the Government Accountability Office to undertake the investigation after having received few answers from the FBI and other intelligence agencies about migrants flagged on the terrorist screening dataset who are trying to come into the U.S. In an annual threat assessment hearing in March, Representative French Hill, a member of the Intelligence Committee, asked FBI Director Christopher Wray and Director of National Intelligence Avril Haines about the 169 migrants who have been encountered on the southern border in fiscal year 2023, who were also flagged on the terror watch list. Hill said, "We don't have any idea of how many people have crossed the border in the chaos of the 7 million encounters that have occurred since President Biden took office." He also said that it was right for the American people to be concerned as to how many of these people were subsequently released into the U.S. and how many of them were subsequently deported. Hill pointed out that on a Border Patrol visit to Eagle Pass, Texas in January, he and 60 other members of Congress saw more than 6,000 people processed in a single day, and no documentation being presented by any of those migrants to Border Patrol during the process. He said, quote, "No biometrics, no photo, no interview, no run against the list, no checking of documents. They just passed through into the U.S." He also drew attention to a case that was flagged earlier this year by Immigrations and Customs Enforcement Director about an al-Shabaab terrorist who was permitted into the U.S. after first being arrested in California and later roamed around for more than a year before he was rearrested and deported. Hill pointed out that the Somali national wasn't really apprehended or known about until he used his real identity documents to try to get a job, leading to his arrest. When he asked FBI Director Christopher Wray during the threat hearing about field offices being notified whenever such terror suspects are let into the country, Wray responded, quote, "The way the system works, they should be. I can't tell you that's happened in every instance." In the latest fiscal year, nearly 100 migrants have been flagged at and between ports of entry on the southern border on terror watch lists, whereas another 630 terror suspects were encountered at the northern border in fiscal years 2023 and 2024.